Okay, this is fresh from New South Wales. A police officer has just assaulted a woman for not wearing her COVID mask. He then grabbed her purse from her in front of her children, searched through it to pull out her belongings. Now, before you get all angry and start going nuts in the comments, I do have to say this, and I'm not sure if we give props to this cop or not. However, what happened was this. He apologizes. He gets on the phone to his supervisor and then apologizes for obviously assaulting this woman and grabbing her purse from her and removing items from that purse in front of her children. So, bit of a weird one. Like, obviously the guy's a douche for fucking assaulting her in the first place, but at the same time, he's then realized he's been in the wrong. But then obviously he's apologized after talking to his superior on the phone, and his superior's obviously confirmed that this lady does have an exemption and doesn't need to show the exemption to police. So they were completely in the wrong. And it's good, you know, this cop has admitted that he is in the wrong, and the cop gives over his full details to her. So it's a tough one. Like, good on him. Good on him for doing something and actually apologizing. Shit apology. Real fucking shit apology. But an apology nonetheless, okay? And I don't know if this would have happened in other countries around the world, but here in Australia, it does seem that our cops do have some sort of integrity left where they do fucking apologize when they are in the wrong and knowingly in the wrong. So, yeah, bit of a hard one here. Douche for fucking assaulting her, but then kind of a good guy for apologizing. Anyway, we'll kick into it.
It's not a criminal offence.
To disobey a public
I walked out of the shop. What did you ask? Where's my mask? I said I had an exemption, yeah? You said, oh, okay, that's fine. And I walked off and I said, I know my rights. As soon as I said I know my rights, what did you do?
Yeah, that's like an immediate trigger for the cops. As soon as you say, I know my rights, that's what you're saying to them is, I know more than you. And for any cop, I mean, getting told that someone else knows more than you when you're spending your entire day doing that thing, it's obviously an insult. And that's obviously going after his ego. She may not have intended that. She may just be saying, you know, you're being a dickhead. I know my rights. Don't be a dickhead. I'm assuming that's what she meant to say by it, which, you know, she's right. But that's not how the cop has heard it. And a cop is never going to hear it that way. A cop is never going to hear it that way. You may have good intentions behind it when you say it like that. And you are right. But you're going up against a guy who deals with this shit every day. Like, they live the law. So for you to then come out and say, I know more than you, you're attacking their ego. You're attacking who they are. So I can see why he decided to be a dick here. I'm not saying he's right for being a dick, but I understand why he's made that decision.
You followed me out of the shop. This one's just standing here not saying anything.
Under arrest.
A public health order. As part of that, I'm going to search your bag.
No, you're not searching my bag.
Refusal to comply is an offence in of itself.
You cannot search a person unless they're committing a crime. Wearing a mask is not committing a crime. Mandatory and compulsory is not law. It's not law.
I'm going to grab your identity.
No, you're fucking not, mate.
Don't resist, man.
Wow.
Give me my purse.
Wow.
Do not touch my purse.
As I said, you're
Do not
under
touch
arrest.
my.
For your information, I've spoken with Sergeant Irvine.
Yeah, and what did he say?
She.
What did she say?
So I
I'm correct.
apologise. I'm providing you with my details
Sorry?
for you to go to Wyong Police Station or any local police station. You can make a complaint in writing.
What am I
against me.
correct about?
Not requiring to provide the ID or proof of exemption.
Thank you very much. And you know what? That is not an apology, and your details is not friggin' enough for doing what you just did in front of my kids.
Yeah, ain't that the fucking truth? It definitely didn't seem like a sincere apology. However, it's an apology, man. Like, that's something. That's something. And that's fucking important. So, I mean, again, douchebag cop for doing it, but apologized. So, and gave over his details so that she can lodge a formal complaint, which I hope to fuck she does do, because she takes this to court, she fucking wins. There's no fucking debate there. That's clear fucking assault, and he clearly didn't know the fucking law and still fucking enforced it anyway, because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Which is like most cops. Most cops don't get taught the law. I think it's like a 2-week course of the law, which, I mean, speak to any lawyer, 2 weeks is not enough time to learn the fucking law. So, I mean, cops are going to be limited, unless they're studying it in their spare time, which, you know, it could happen, but I doubt it very much. And clearly this cop, definitely not. Definitely not. So, yeah, bit of an update. Some good news there, I think. I think this is good news. And I hope other cops around Australia see this and can learn from this and be like, yeah, I don't have to be a dickhead. I don't have to assault people just because they're not wearing their mask, you know. I don't have to go show how big my fucking ego is to someone in front of their fucking kids while they're fucking leaving the shops. I mean, yeah. And I hope as well, other police officers, if you see your fucking partner doing this shit, don't just stand by like that guy. Step in and say something. Be like, oi, mate, this isn't right, this shouldn't be happening. And just remind them, you know, they're cops. They're here to help us, you know. You're not here to assault us. You're here to help. You're one of us. You're fellow Australians. Like, oh, you guys are good guys. I honestly think that all cops, this is just my opinion, I'm kind of going off on a narrative here, but I think that all cops in Australia should come up here to Queensland and talk to other cops up here in Queensland. I have not had an encounter with a cop here in Queensland yet that has gone badly in any way. I've always been able to have logical and reasonable conversations with cops up here. I honestly don't think this conversation or this exchange of events here would have happened up here in Queensland. I'm pretty confident about that. I mean, every cop up here, it seems like a genuine person, at least up here in Brisbane. So I don't know what it's like in the rest of Queensland, but definitely here in Brisbane, there's some sort of like conversation back and forth between the cops. So, I mean, yeah, that's just my opinion. I think all cops should come up here, but you know, I'm a bit biased in that one. Yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share it around. Catch us all in the next one.